Hey Shay.
Hello, everybody.
Um, and this I'm sure people can see the title. This is Let's Play the Dark Pictures Anthology, I think. Dark Pictures Anthology. Specifically, Little Hope, which is the second game of the Dark Pictures Anthology. Shay and I actually Let's Played together cooperatively the first game, which is Man of Medan, which is super fun. And it just dropped. The new game just dropped now. It's Halloween. Shay and I decided, let's dress up a little bit and just celebrate this season together. And yeah, do another collaborative Let's Play. So Shay, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for inviting. And this is going to be a lot of fun, of course. We both do very well in horror games, so it's going to be an interesting round. Yeah.
Tell us, Shay, just again, for people who may not recognize you, tell us about your channel and a little bit about yourself and your channel, or however much you want to say.
Yeah, so Shay, like Hark said, XEI is generally what I was going by until I met Hark, and he made it more prolific, that it was just Shay. He wanted a simplified version, and so I just kind of I just leaned into it. So I run a channel called XEI Gaming, or Shay Gaming, if you will, and it does a lot of Let's Plays, RPGs primarily. And I love to go into story, deconstruction, and character analysis and stuff like that. I talk a lot, like Hark, in the games. And on the side, I've started a different channel for manga at this point, like deconstructing manga and kind of like how that industry works, how just how those stories kind of work and migrate to the Western market and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun. I just like to deconstruct things. So I think it's Hark would say the same thing. You've been warned watching these Let's Plays that we can ramble on. So whatever channel you're on watching our point of view, it's likely going to be, it's going to be a journey.
Yeah. Shay's right. Like, just as a fair warning, we both are very aware that our Let's Playing style caters to specific types of viewers. So I'm warning you all that we both are very analytical people, and we love to pick apart and analyze every tiny little thing, whether it's characters, whether it's plot development. Shay's extremely good at just coming up with all of these amazing theories, and many of them end up being totally true, or at minimum are just really interesting to think about and wrap your heads around.
As people say, it's either like dead on or it's way offside, and then it informs me correctly for the rest of it.
Yeah. So if you're looking for a Let's Play where people just shut up and play the game, that's not us. So I'm warning you right now, that is not us.
There's gonna be a lot of spinning, thinking of our characters going.
Yeah, we like to take our time. We like to take our time. We like to savor, enjoy the game, and we like to experience it and react, again, very analytically with the games. So if that sounds like something that you personally appreciate, if that's something that you feel like you could really sink your teeth into, like just having two guys that are really passionate about these games, yeah, we would love to have you, but we also understand that if that's not your cup of tea, so you are fairly warned. That being said, let's give a little bit of a background of this game and how we're going to play it. So, Shay, why don't you tell people about how we played the Man of Medan and how we're going to be playing this game. Go ahead.
Yeah, so for the Man of Medan, we played a co-op, of course, but we did a shared stream. So the co-op was, of course, we went blind into Man of Medan, so we had no real context of how the game was going to unfold, how the gameplay was going to work. And so when we were playing different characters in different scenes, we were talking out loud with the stuff that we were experiencing as those characters. So we unbeknownst to us, we were kind of sending off very, very important hints and cues to the other side. The first game was all about perception and the manipulation of perception by this other force, and that played into how a player experiences the game from a point of view and how the unreliable narrator sort of impacts the way that we interact with scenes. So we made a lot of decisions, of course, with Hark screaming that it's me, and while me freaking out because a zombie was chasing me. And of course, there's still that visceral feeling where like it was really, because I didn't know if the game was still meta messing with me, even as Hark was telling me. But that being said, it's something that we're going to do differently this time around. We want to split that experience apart. We don't know how this particular game is going to do that as well, but we can presume pretty safely that it's going to do something similar. So if you want to take over how we're going to play this game, it's all yours.
Yeah, sure. So instead of us always being connected and like always being able to hear what the other person is saying while we're playing the game, we're actually going to mute ourselves, at least during our individual perspectives of the game, when we're not with what is he, the archivist? I forgot what his name is. The gentleman
I call librarian, archivist.
Librarian. I don't remember. There's this gentleman who's in the series who is basically your guide slash he's not the narrator, but he checks in on us every now and then, which is an interesting way to frame the game and the story. So when we're not with him, we're gonna mute ourselves and just play the game on our lonesome and just see what happens. And then during those breaks in between, we'll get together. We still will probably like not spoil things or be very vague. We'll try to be very vague about stuff, because I'm sure there'll probably be things that Shay and I will want to like discuss and exchange notes, but not like exchange notes spoilers, not exchange spoiler notes, if that makes any sense. And try really hard to maintain the surprise factor, the spoiler-free experience, but also give us a chance to still discuss things in general, at least until the end, where we can really like reveal X, Y, and Z. So that's the plan. I think it's a good hybrid. It's a good compromise. Because to be fair, like as much as I know that our experience was probably very different from how the developers initially intended the game to be played when we played Man of Medan, I still thought it was crazy fun. Yeah. Like it was just super fun hearing each other react, and we're like, what's going on? Like there's just something about that I just really enjoyed. And you have to understand, Shay and I, we're scaredy cats. We don't do well with scary things. I don't genuinely like nor go out of my way to watch scary things. So that helped with our enjoyment. Like it helped make the game more enjoyable than it otherwise would have been if we were experiencing by our lonesome. So I'm just putting it out there, guys, that we're readjusting our experience based on your feedback, knowing that it may affect our overall enjoyment of the game, but hopefully it'll still be fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll still be fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some Tylenol ready for sure. I get tension headaches when I play. It's not even that there's scary moments, it's that high tension moments make me tense up, and then I get a sinus headache right away. My senses don't adapt well to that kind of stress. So we'll see where it goes. But like Hark said, it's there's like another perception thing there between the gamers and the audience, right? And from our perspective, that enjoyment didn't decrease. Like the perspective of, well, you're not playing the game right because you're not getting the full feeling. Well, no, that's the bias is based on how Hark and I feel at the end of the day, and we really enjoyed the time because we enjoyed to play the game together. And to be honest, like Hark freaking out, added extra tension to the game. Like it's not like the tension the game lost its scare factor. It's if Hark knows something's happening to me, it's like, when's it going to happen to him next, right? So there's a whole different layer of experience that comes from that particular gameplay. Yeah, but we get it. We get it.
We get it. I still. At the end of the day, the important thing is that you and I are both having fun. Because if we're having fun, hopefully the viewers are also having fun. And so I don't at all regret how we played the last game. But we're going to try something new, see how it goes, and that may or may not affect how we play the third game. Who knows?
We'll express ourselves like along the way, I'm sure, like especially near the end.
I'm sure.
Oh, and by the way, on my channel, there's probably gonna be more swearing because I do censor myself a lot when I play with Hark. I want to protect him, but on my channel, there's.
It's not like I censor other people.
Do
you know how many people swear during my tabletop campaigns? I don't bother. I don't bother like editing anything out. So
clean and so. I don't want to tarnish it with my scaredy words. I get potty mouth, so I'll see if I can control myself.
Whatever works for you. So if you didn't realize, we both are going to be uploading these videos on both of our channels because we're going to be showing each of our different perspectives. So I know I'm going to be very excited to watch like Shay's Let's Play after this, so I can just share an experience that he had when he was playing this game. So definitely check out, if you're on my channel, definitely check him out and see like everything that he went through with this game. Some final things. Shay, how much of this, obviously we're going to this like completely blind. I haven't watched any of the trailers at all.
I saw that one launch one.
We saw a small tiny teaser trailer. So we already knew that it's taking place, at least a part of the game is taking place during the Salem witch trials, which I think is going to be really awesome thing to explore. But I think what's really interesting, and I don't think this is spoiling anything because I think the teaser was alluding to this, is that there's going to be a lot of time shifting back and forth between modern and like Salem time, history time. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to play out from a storytelling perspective. And I'm also curious to see which characters Shay and I end up getting attached to, because I clearly had my personal favorites in the last game.
Which I accidentally...
Yeah, it's okay.
Missed the handhold.
Yeah. But I kind of like the diversity of this cast, especially age-wise. We have some younger cast members and older cast members, which I think will be really interesting to play as. And I'm wondering if... Anyway, I don't want to spoil too much, so I'm not going to say anything else, but I didn't know if you had any other thoughts or...
Yeah, I only had the surface thoughts you just had. We saw the mist come into the trailer. I forget if we watched that trailer together, if it happened after the end of Man of Medan. It was like that's when we watched the kind of preview of what's coming next. So it does look like it's going to have that crossover. There was also some seeds inside Man of Medan that had references to the witch trials, and so I was wondering what the relevancy of those signals were in the first game. I'm wondering if that's going to happen in this game. Like we're going to get signals for the third game. I feel like that would be something interesting to kind of look for those things that don't really fit, and then maybe think, okay, maybe is this gonna lead to the next one. So yeah, kind of excited to see that perspective change as well. I think that's because I don't know how they're gonna do it. Is it like different characters? Are there, instead of a cast of 5, are we gonna be switching through like different cast members from the other time period? Is something gonna happen with our it's just memories? I don't know. I mean, we don't know. So yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
All right,
cool.
Well, it's been about 15 minutes, Shay, so I think that's our cutoff. Yeah, we're trying to cut ourselves off. We're like, okay, we'll give people 15 minutes and then move on. All right.
Yeah, and I'll add your video to the playlist on my side just so that people have the entrance and
Sounds good. All right.
Woo.